Pop up here. Go ahead. Yeah, it's already down. So, got it. And I always go to participants. I like to see that. See the light. That's good.
So I'm not changing this.
I think it's good.
Because the camera that's not on here.
Yeah. What I tell you, we already tried to change the printer again. Yeah. I want to, she's like, can I print more than one copy? I'm like, well, you're on the wrong printer right now. I was on the other side of the room. I can tell you on the wrong printer. I can see them over here. I like, get on the HP and then check the copy. So I got to be on that. I'm like, yeah, that's the printer. No, I'm doing it 4 times. And she get here. I'm bouncing. When I take it over here, go ahead and take it over. Yeah, we live on YouTube already.
Oh, that's why. Do he have the what's this, the ATEM right here?
No, that's output right there.
Yeah, no, we need the ATEM plug in. That's what. Which one you had? This one?
Yeah, so it's going to go. So. There's another photo there.
We just
There you go.
I put it over there for Dr. Coach. Which mic do you think on?
My phone needs to be, should I give it? That's it.
I'm not, I know it might pick up from the speaker, but they somewhere to the mic which one. We're live. There's a real tech.
Yeah, because we're going out. This is out. So it's all it's all already set up as far as the mic. Yeah, the mic is coming from. Because you guys already tested it, right? Okay, the speakers is there, the microphones are very technical, already audio. This is
Did you just speak into the mic? Did you speak into it?
Nah, he did though.
Or you can hear it?
I can hear it here, but I don't know if it's picking up on the YouTube or not.
Oh, it is. That's what y'all
y'all tested.
that's what y'all did earlier with the headphones.
You
This is not that serious.
Well, it is not on USB audio. Testing 1, 2.
We're going to call this meeting to order. We're going to start with roll call this morning, and I'm going to pass it to Ms. Tracy Vanderberg.
David Alexander.
Present.
Trustee Roger Allison. Trustee Emily Dixon. Trustee Cameron Emery. Dickens. Trustee Emily Dickens. Okay, this meeting is held order, and we have a forum. We're going to start with our agenda for today's meeting on academic and student affairs. Good morning to all members, and we're going to this moment seek a motion that the committee on academic and student affairs adopt their agenda. First, we're going to have a presentation, and in this case, we have the division of student affairs going first. They have 3 informational items for today's meeting, and I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Pullman. And after that, we're going to pass it to Provost Jackson to share academic affairs information. Thank you.
Okay, good morning, Chair Holloway, Chancellor Akinle, members of the Board of Trustees, and colleagues. This morning, the Division of Student Affairs only has informational items for today's committee meeting. The topics in today's presentation for student affairs will consist of the BUSB program, just an overview of the rollout of the first year of that program during this academic year. Then I will just cover some great news, some great information about student accessibility services and a donor, the amount of funding that they have provided. And then you will see in your presentation just the spring events that have happened immediately previous to this meeting, and then some that are coming up. I won't really talk too much about those. But to discuss the BUSB program, I would like to ask Ms. Emily Guzman if she can come up, because she has been serving as the facilitator for this program. Ms. Guzman currently serves as our director for the Office of Diversity and Inclusion. And Ms. Guzman has been a champion for this program and has done a wonderful job leading the program this past year. And so she would be the best person to speak to the BUSB program. And I will now hand it over to Ms. Guzman.
Good morning. So first, I just want to say thank you to Trustee Valladares again for even bringing this program to our campus. It was through her connections that we got this program. So thanks again. So the goal of Crea Futuros is really retention of students, specifically first-year students. Oh, thank you. And course completion and really a higher GPA. Those are the main goals. We did receive $52,000 grant funded through Hispanic Federation. It is open to all students of color. And we got $32,400 for student stipends for the mentors. It's a mentorship program. We serve 60 first-year students and 4 paid mentors and 1 paid liaison. So the campus activities and potential scholarships are $4,600 and $15,000 for the graduate assistant who serves as a liaison between Hispanic Federation and NCCU. Each mentor is responsible for 15 mentees that are first years. The Hispanic Federation actually developed their own curriculum, and we follow that curriculum. We're lucky enough to be able to go once a year to get trained on the curriculum. All 4 mentors get to go to New York, all expenses paid. That's not included in the $52,000, so that's actually extra. So some of our mentors, it was actually their first time getting on an airplane and going to New York City. So that was really exciting this past August. We actually, two of our mentors and I got to go to New York again in January for an update meeting. And that was a fabulous trip for us. So once a month, we actually meet with Hispanic Federation to meet with them to get more information. And they have extra programs too that we can attend about career readiness, about financial management and things like that. So the monthly overview. Oh, actually, go back just for 1 second. So in the front here, we have our 4 mentors right here. Juan Valladares with, sorry, not Valladares, Valladares, who many of you know is one of the kickers for our football team. Bonnie, who recently ran for president of SGA, and it's really all because of the Van Kudos program that she really got gained the confidence to even run for that office. So that was really exciting. Randolph is in the band, the sound machine, and Amia is an IT student, and wonderful. She's great. So next one. So August highlights here. We had a kickoff event. We did the programmatic training in NYC. We had 4 mentors and 2 liaisons going, including me. Then September, we had 16 to 20 one-on-one sessions. 28 students came to our kickback and kickoff events. October, we had our monthly cohort meeting. We actually invited the writing and speaking studio in, and got really an introduction to them. We had a mixer, a Halloween mixer, and then November, we had a social event, a holiday party, that was excellent with food and conversation and education about balancing college. December, we had more one-on-ones, cohort meetings, and we actually focused on mental health in a virtual meeting, which was an excellent meeting. January, we got to go to New York again, had 2 mentors go and 1 liaison. And then February, we had a wonderful panel, Is My Major Right for Me? And we had several professors come and talk from different departments about what the majors look like for our first year students. So Hispanic Federation, this is basically, informing about what it is all about. They do FAFSA information, and as many of you know, there's been challenges around the FAFSA, so they're making sure to address those challenges, make sure that people can understand how to fill out the FAFSA. All of these programs are across the United States, but we're the only HBCU that is a part of Kudos, which is really exciting. But most of them are in New York. They have 1 in Florida, 1 in Chicago, and they're developing 1 in California. So areas of growth, we really want to strengthen community ties with Kudos. We want to boost more engagement in events, but our triumphs this year are improved GPAs, successful networking leads, for internships, and we really had a lot of improved sense of personal development, not only for the mentees, but also the mentors. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So great to get this presentation from our director, Usman. And I want us to have time for any comments, if there is any comments from me. Yes.
So it's nice to put out this program. I'd love some information on the program that's really similar, but I know we've been involved with the third and Marshall College Fund. I think it's here for the board to know about how much investment in education. Yeah, we provided a little bit of information in the last four. We had that's under the management of the Career Professional Development Center, but we can get more detail about the dollars.
Yeah, and it's already, I know NCCU has received a number of dollars that are available to both public and privates. Are we looking into engaging with them as well?
We engage with them programmatically. I'm not sure, I probably have to defer to Dr. Oliver in terms of some of the scholarship money, because I know they have also some of the Close the Gap money available for seniors. But I think on our end, we've engaged them from the career professional development side as employers, and then programmatically. The dollars, I just put it Dr. Oliver.
Good morning. All opportunities from UNCF that we receive, we share with our students and we engage students, thank you. And we do engage students with applying for those UNCF opportunities for public institutions. While they greatly support private institutions, they do afford an opportunity for some public institutions to also apply for scholarship opportunities, and we participate fully.
I can get those specs on the dollars for third party. So that's concludes the report on craft computers. Just a couple of informational items. Student accessibility services, our student access and success program has been thriving and has been hosting this semester a number of events for our students. We got Dr. Marcus Howard, who served as our keynote speaker and facilitator for our Access to Next event that we had March 21st. Well attended there by some faculty, staff, and students. And we just hosted our third annual Trio Access and Success Conference that has been a revenue generator for the division. We had over 350 registrants this year, and we're able to bring in about over $60,000 in some revenue dollars from that conference. Good news here that I really wanted to share. One of our main partners located here in Durham, North Carolina, LC Industries. They are essentially an organization that works to provide employment for individuals with visual disabilities, and they have been a partner with us for many years. So I want to thank BC Hester and her team for always working with us to engage LC Industries, and I'm pleased to report that for this academic year, they provided an additional $400,000 to student accessibility services on top of the $400,000 that we already received from them. So that has helped to bolster our assistive technology, hoping to utilize that money to go towards another ADA vehicle, because we need that on campus. We have a number of students that are utilizing our ADA shuttle, so we can use this funding for that as well. And so we have been inviting the industries and those representatives of campus to participate in events with us, award lunches, etc., and hope to be able to have opportunity to present to their board again. So that's potentially for some more money next year. But we got $200,000 this January, and then we'll get another $200,000 in January 2025. So that's just a great partnership that we have with that organization. These are just some events you can see that we've been hosting, always busy, engaging our students and our Eagles here on campus. These were the March events, just a snapshot of that. March all the way through April. And we keep on going, folks. As today we have our career Ready for Life Day party on Nelson Street. So I'll pop over there after we get done with our committee meetings. We had our career signing day last Friday, where we made a big deal of it. Students, if they had internships and jobs, we basically had, it was like a signing day, a regular signing day for those students. And they received awards where they could take pictures for that event. So just continuously trying to come up with innovative ways to engage our campus and our students, because these freshmen, particularly class 2027, they're ready. They are out. They're participating in everything. But that is it for me. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. We are going to seek a motion to approve, but I just wanted to thank you for the work that you're doing with the team, hearing all that is happening, including the networking, the ways that we're really catering to our students and making sure they feel supported. It's important to continue to connect them to networking opportunities, continue to boost their confidence. We're seeing that in terms of scores, and also enrollment is one of the major reasons why we want to make sure that we provide these opportunities to students. Now, I think then Director BUSB for bringing this, that kudos to us, just also putting us on the map as the only HBC with this program, which is a very important thing. In terms of enrollment, folks knowing that we're here and expanding more opportunities and everything else that you shared. I want us to go ahead and hear from the next presentation, and then we'll do a motion to approve both presentations on the agenda. So any other comments or anything else?
I have. This is not necessarily a need for an answer today, but with the recent discussions that are taking place relative to DEI and the impact on universities, I'd like to know how you intend to possibly structure your programs in order to retain those funds, but also to continue supporting students.
So that question is right. Fortunately, we've been ahead of the game. We kind of, we've seen this coming. If you, unless you haven't been watching the news or had your head in the sand, you knew that this was going to be coming. So me and my team have been working with Michael Hill as well as Attorney Moore Shepherd on trying to get ahead. We are looking at our positions. We are looking to actually rebrand the name of the office from the Office of Diversity and Inclusion. So we last week had a meeting to look at various names of offices. I'll share with this group, one of the names we're proposing is the Office of Community and Campus Belonging. And really, the positions that may be impacted are really only about 2 positions that I currently have. And we have looked to already change those titles as well as the job descriptions to have the focus of the student success and well-being component. I would say, fortunately, right now, I don't really know if we're waiting for guidance to come down, but our positions are all funded through not state funds, through student activity funds, and through auxiliary. We don't have any state funding on these positions. So if that comes down, maybe on the state side, that would not really have an impact. But we are, of course, we want to comply with the law, the regulations, the UNC policy. So we've already done working again with HR to change positions. We'll see in terms of reduction, what that looks like when the guidance comes down. I think legal counsel had a meeting this week, and so they're also waiting for guidance. But we stand firm, strong and steadfast in the work that we do. A lot of the work that they're talking about, they want to do the student success and well-being. We've been doing that. I created the student health and wellness unit now at least 4 years ago. And so I think there's a lot of opportunities for us to look at. We've already looked at realigning positions within the student health and wellness and student success area because we created the student success and access department 2 years ago. So, we are I was already kind of looking at this with my team. And so we're just waiting for the specifics of this one. And then I'll have a chance to put that in.
Not much to add to what you said. The last one, last week. This is the DI part of this one. All week for final. That's what is going to happen. I think it's important. Information. Really important. Legislation. What all of it relevant. Rusty on decision, Rusty. We create right now. Make sure that classify, redefine, retire anything that would constitute preferences. So we're still waiting, but what goes on? The board did approve the vision one of the scenes. This. I can't see very much about it now, but in fact, yeah, open down some way, we should. Be coming.
One more question, and Trustee Dickens. How is this impacting industry? Because if you look at job opportunities for our students, and the professions they go into, HR, other areas, human resources, etc. You don't have to answer that question now, but I think we can do it for the board to have a good understanding of how the whole picture starts. As you change academics and everything.
Say in general, probably almost 4 years ago, we saw a lot of people being solid career tracks and going to take positions in PE. So everything we advised a number of those people that probably wasn't because this is difficult. My boss complained about the happening in Rodney King. And it was the same exact thing we saw in community and workplace investments in DE&I, and then we saw it drop off, and we saw a lot of people who left in solid career tracks because they felt some way about this, wanting to, be involved, now being off them. And we're going into a period where we've got AI, so all those jobs they thought they could go back to, they're not here. So I think that's one piece of the puzzle. And then we're also seeing people who are professional CEOs, university officers, who are now coming up with solid standards to say who should be able to perform. Because part of the problem we saw, and why people are feeling the way they're feeling right now, is that people took those jobs because of one issue. Either it was race or gender, but there are other issues. Diversity is more than what you can see. It's diversity of thought, it's diversity of experience, and people weren't trained to give advice on all of those issues. And so our data has been showing that as well. And so you're now seeing a more galvanized CEO community that are going to say, look, you need to have certain skill sets before you just decide you're going to raise your hand and be a chief diversity officer. Because part of the problem is that people who weren't well trained sitting in some of these roles, making decisions and not being able to show ROI for the business investment. For those of us in business, it's about if I'm investing X, what is dropping? And not seeing people really, get the return on this investment. I would also say that there are organizations like Google, for example, who has a woman at the helm of their DE&I work that has doubled down on their diversity, and they can continue that. Microsoft and others with this money in diversity and maybe not being as loud. So I think if there are students who really decide this is the role they want to be in, they need to be properly trained. That means making sure you have the academic and professional training and skill sets to be the role. And then understand it's a business. It's not just how you feel about certain things, that if you don't do your job, you may not get paid. And I don't think people think that.
Committee members, before we move on to the next presentation, that's just something the items that we have for academic student affairs. And we're on all those things, we're not going to approve the minutes. We said we're going to promote the section. February 22nd. So I'm going to do a roll call our committee and ask for the adoption of these agenda items to presentation. Trustee David Alexander. Trustee Robert Allison. Trustee Ellen Dickens. This also Trustee Alexander. So then the second motion is to approve our minutes for open session February 27, 2024. Roll call vote. Trustee David, Trustee Robert Allison, Trustee Ellen Dickens, Trustee Alexander Van says yes. Trustee Cameron Emery, present, and this passes the forum. And our next presentation that we have is Provost Jackson. He is going to present on Academic Services, Committee on Academic Affairs. Thank you.
Again. That's, okay. One again. That's last day, holiday, number of the board. Also, here to share just some informational items from academic affairs. Presentation consists of an update on number 4. We will review updates responsible research and also something about working on project. Saturday, March 23rd, posted our springtime open house called preview. At that event, we had 1,442 parents, high school students, and other guests who were registered for the event. Out of that number, 293 were students who were already admitted to the university, and 187 of that number actually checked in on the date of the event. One of the things that we did different this year was similar to check-in with Delta and the airlines. We allowed to check in ahead of the event, so we didn't have people waiting in the line or to come in the arena that morning. We were also able to drill down into our numbers and determine that I think 14 of these students that already paid their enrollment fee. It was hosted in the McDougal-McClendon Arena, and the parents and students had an opportunity to interact with faculty, staff, and administrators from departments across the campus. We had informational sessions, we had breakouts, informational sessions just for the parents and then others for the students, but the arena was full that morning. In fact, I think the literally a lot of bus loaded students over to participate. So it was a very robust engagement, and our guests also took advantage of the opportunity to tour our campus and see beautiful facilities that we have to offer, and then we also provided lunch for them in the cafeteria. So that event was a big success for us. Second, in terms of our sponsored research, our faculty members continue to be productive in terms of their grantsmanship. As of early April, faculty had submitted 80 proposals for a total of about $56 million. And of that number of proposals, about 65 awards have been given, totaling about $34.1 million. And so we're pleased with our work in that area. Sponsored research is also taking the lead in developing a clinical partnership with the North Carolina Community Health Center and clinics, and also with establishing a rural health hub in Halifax County to expand upon our partnerships in rural North Carolina. Third item, you should know that NCCU has taken the lead in the UNC system and now we have to support the system office initiative called Project Kitty Hawk. According to research, it was determined that we have over 500,000 adults in North Carolina, ages 25 and 44, who have attended college but have not graduated. There's also another 63,000 North Carolina adult learners who are attending online programs out of state. So in 2022, the legislature approved an initiative for UNC schools to develop online program services to meet the needs of these adult learners in North Carolina, and also expand access to higher education in the state. And so at this time, I would like to invite one of my team members, Kimball Piker McGee, Assistant Vice Chancellor for Extended Studies and Student Support, to come forward and share with you all our success with this endeavor so far.
Morning. Thank you, Provost. As Provost mentioned, NCCU was the first USD institution to partner with Project New York, and we're very proud of the success that we're currently having. In July of 2023, we entered into an agreement with Project New York to explore the possibility of launching 5 programs. And in October 2023, we launched the first program, which is our already ESN online. That program had been online. It was actually approved to be online in 2000. So we have been in that space, but the enrollment numbers were just kind of low, under 20. And so we thought it would be a good opportunity to take that program first, just to test the waters with Project Kinghawk. And I just want to give you a quick update from this Monday. Okay, I'm sorry, you go ahead for that. Yeah. Yes. And as of Monday, we actually have 34 students in that program. And so we started in October, and then we have another 22 coming in the summer. So we're already seeing some of the benefits. And how is Kitty Hawk helping us? They're putting the dollars in the market and helping us get our brand out there. And that's making a big difference. And even they have come back to say, NCCU has such a strong brand. The response is incredible. And so they have put in to date over $400,000 in marketing. Those are dollars that we would not have to dedicate just to marketing. So that has been a huge success. Another key piece to Project Kitty Hawk is the student success coaches that they put in place. So we are targeting adult learners, and we know that many of our adult learners coming back, they may not be equipped to handle some of the technology now. So they have someone that literally is checking in on them weekly to see how they're doing, how things are going. And so the feedback we're getting from the students, they love that piece. We have also streamlined some of our services. Many of you may be familiar with our campus MyHealWell, the student portal. Well, we realized that portal has information for our traditional students that's very helpful, but not so much the non-traditional. So we kind of carbon copied that, but streamlined it so that only the services that our adult learners need access to are available in that portal. There are also mental health services available and career coaching. So those are some of the successes. I did want to let you know that the programs are formatted and they're all differently. So they're offered in 8-week sessions. So there are 2 sessions per semester. Fall 1, fall 2, spring 1, spring 2, and 1 summer session. This helps those adult learners get through these programs much faster. We have spent a considerable amount of time working with our Office of E-Learning to redesign those courses to be more adult learner centric, as well as reduce them from a 16-week format to an 8-week format. What was the thing we can go to the next? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let me talk quickly about the programs that are launching now. Information technology, which is in the School of Business, launched January 8th. And interestingly enough, we only had about 5 students for that program in January and about 12 applications. And then as of Monday, we have 55 applications and 16 admitted to come in the summer. So that program is picking up some traction as well. Business administration launched in March. We have a brand new program that was approved through the system office for health administration. We're excited about that program, and the interest is already out of the water. So we're going to launch that this summer in May. And then we are currently working on a public health education program, which is pending approval. And so I talked a little bit about the different services, but just to, it's kind of busy, but it kind of gives you an idea of a turnkey platform experience. So for my end, or our end client experiences, we have dashboards and reporting. They provide market analysis for us so that we know which programs that are in demand in the market. So we won't waste time just developing a program that students are not interested in. And then help us with the program approval process through the system office. For faculty, right now we're using all of our NCCU faculty, but as this program grows, we know we will need to branch out and recruit new faculty. So they will help us with that piece as well as the program and course instructional design. From the students, that's when we really see the big benefit. From the marketing through that whole admission support, working with students from the funnel all the way down, from the top of the funnel all the way down until they are enrolled in class and those coaching experiences. So this is just kind of what we've been doing in a snapshot. We're really excited about the press that we're starting to get around this. And if I could just take a moment to let you know that last week, NCCU was listed on the Forbes advising list as number 5 for online programs. We're excited about that. And the BSN was listed as number 1 in the state and number 3 in the nation. So hopefully we'll have more good news to share next time you're on campus. And that concludes my report.
This is another presentation of the work you put on that. As I think at one of the previous meetings we looked at, we have about 4 programs that we are pursuing at the university. We're subject to recruitment of new students and retention, but this is just another part of our strategy on both sides of growing and expand our program. And that is my report. Questions.
Thank you. Committee, are there any questions for approvals?
Long-term goals for the enrollment.
We do have some projections out there. If I can be share with you the specifics of that.
Don't have that, but we can have it, and we can get that. So we do have 10-year projection. Yes, I'm going to get that.
So, one aspect that we didn't touch on in the school that was a very short basis of the school. And I think it's very key to want to understand how the school works. And so you could take a few moments to talk about the revenue share, because even though we see the potential for working on increase, programs, actual enrollment numbers does not figure into the state enrollment, because it's considered of the model program. But talk about that potential into revenue share and what will that see in the future if we continue to move in that direction.
Absolutely. So there is a full financial model that, that Kitty Hawk provided, and it was vetted on our campus. PC Matheson was a big part of that, provost as well as chancellor. The way Project Kitty Hawk is set up, all of the programs are what we call off the state funding model. So we do not receive state appropriations for those enrollments, but we do get, PC Matheson, the tuition and receipts. Yes, so that's where I was going next. So the way it's set up, Kitty Hawk was funded $97 million by the legislators. And part of that is they provide launch grants, is what they're calling it. So institutions, they front us money and services. So initially it was going to be a revenue share program. And then last fall, the Department of Ed sent out a dear colleague letter around OPMs. And really just those are online program management services. And with that letter, Kitty Hawk had to pivot from their funding model. And so now they are the service model instead of revenue sharing. So what happens is they are fronting us dollars in marketing and to help us get some things off the ground. And then in year 4, if our projections hit the way they should, then that's when we start paying back for those services. In the meantime, we have launch grants. Those grants we do not have to pay back. So we will receive a total of $400,000 in launch grants. And the grant money does not have to be paid back, but those other services will. Now the services are really a la carte. So we can kind of pick and choose which services. So for me right now, marketing is a big service. In terms of instructional design and development for faculty, we do a lot of that in-house. So we will not need to have them provide those services. We have an office of e-learning that's very well established. They can handle that. So for us right now, it's really marketing and some student support. And all of that is in that financial model that I'm happy to share with Dr. Edmonds so that she can share with the board. Chancellor,
Very well. The other aspect of the program, I think, why this is really it's not new. We've used this model variously in UNCCU, like the other places before the state system actually. One of the things we need to be careful as we move forward, and with all the choices of the president, the work organization, is that we, in our financial office, we've got to be really mindful when we get to the stage, when we begin to pay back the investment that we is making in this program. For my part, this is what was very clear. At the beginning, is to change, continue to change the revenue. So I think we need to make sure that we keep our hands on costs that is associated with this program, return, mention, instructional design, coaches, and all of that associated costs. I can drag this up. Remember, as we scale this program, we're going to need new faculty because it's not state. State isn't going to provide faculty for. It means that we have to provide additional faculty out of whatever fees revenue derived from this program. So while it is really good, these are things that we need to keep an eye on. It's good to move the program from 20 students to 55 students. But then you have to think about what is going to be the need faculty associated with teaching these programs. We have to have faculty. So I want to be sure that is in our minds as we move into this program. As you said, we are the first institution, the system to join it. So we have the ability, if you will. Then we have other institutions that are going to be doing it. So those are the areas where we need to be sure that, you know, this is a practical module course at the end of the day. The enterprise itself, the PKH, as you well know, it's General Assembly legislative funded program, the hearing court directly to the legislators. So as a sort of a non-legislators, they also have to justify the return of that investment to the state as they move the program forward. So these are things that we need to pay attention to, and I'm sure that Ms. Madison have had a conversation with her to make sure that she's intricately involved in that financial analysis that this program was for. Thank you very much for all your work.
Ms. Matheson has been great. I don't make a move without her involved. And then quickly, ECU did join Project Pretty Hawk. They joined in February. They launched their first program. So I have a monthly meeting with the ECU team. We meet to just kind of discuss how we're both moving in that Project Pretty Hawk space. And the third institution is scheduled to come on very soon. They're only going to do 3 right now. And then maybe in their 4th or 5th year, they may add another 2. But right now, they're only focused on 3 institutions. But they said they're very close to the side of the third institution.
So, have you and Philip had a chance to talk about the long-term impact because now you all the first 2, whether there's a way to share about it, you know, any of those?
Well, in fact, they met with me when the program was started, became a run and excited. One of the reasons why we were also chosen was I was also the lead at USW program, program was launched with the CW nursing program 30 years ago. It was very, very successful. So they know that my track record competitive. So we sat together and I expressed to them there has to be, as we move forward and look at what I'm mostly concerned about, the cost that is associated with this program internally, since it's not state funded. At some point, the fee for service and all of that has to take into consideration those beginnings. How are we providing resources to the economy and what portions of those are they going to be covered in all these programs, information, whether it's information technology, PSN program, the health program. These are areas where it's going to be expensive to hire faculty driven. So all of that at some point has to be discussed with how they intend to assist the university. So this is an ongoing conversation. You are right. Phil in ECU, Microsoft shows us. One of the things about ECU is that they have been in the online presence. In fact, they were the #1 institution for a long time. The only challenge with them was that their online is internally driven. They are providing all their regular students, not others. So for them, this is the first time they really have to go going out. And so they've built some reserves in that area. We have far more resources. But now as we move into, we're going to be working together to make sure that, and they rely on us, they did, because of our experience. But it's an ongoing conversation because we cannot keep this off.
ECU, we are already in conversations with Kitty Hawk about what that's going to look like. So when the third institution comes on board, we're talking about sharing faculty resources, especially in the GEC space. It makes no sense for all of us to develop the same types of general education courses And so they're very open to that. We're gonna wait to bring that third institution on. And then as a consortium, we will begin to talk about what shared resources look like.
Good question.
Are there any other comments for this particular presentation? Wonderful. This is great. I will just thank my committee. We're not done yet. The reason why is because we approved the agenda as presented, which had the report on academic affairs going first, and we did not modify. I didn't do a motion to modify or alter the agenda. So report on academic student affairs does come second. And I know that we have already had an opportunity to hear that presentation, but this opportunity now we're going to give some space because under the agenda it says that the report on student affairs talks about those three items: college readiness, achievement, and retention, which includes student accessibility services and student access and success, and also the spring events. And this time I want to invite them to come and any additional comments, since we've already looked at the presentation. Are there any other comments, especially as the questions were asked about diversity, equity, inclusion, impending loss? Thank you.
Good morning again. So I just wanted to say that as we move forward, the University Governance Committee approved the repeal of that policy, and it'll be on the consent agenda for the Board of Governors in May. Whatever we do, our steadfast commitment is always putting students first, all students. And so that's going to be the ethos that is going to guide our path as we make realignments and reorganize. So we're always concerned with our students, and we'll continue to do that. I'll let Ms. Usman just talk a little bit about the ground kudos and really how that program is really for all students, particularly the mentorship piece.
So just to be clear, even though Hispanic Federation gives us the funding, the program is open to everyone. And so ever since the beginning, it's always been open to everyone. And in fact, our majority students here on campus are the majority teams. So it is not ethnicity specific, and will always be inclusive and well.
Thank you so much for that. Any members, any other comments about presentations? If not, I mean, we're early to adjourn. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Move to adjourn. A second. I hear a second. All right. And all in favor, say aye.
Thank you. I don't know, this is not a business, just we want to make sure that you all are aware. This guys, but then yeah, they make it so. Yes.